Hello, my name is Rella James. This is the State Soccer Network. I don't need to tell you it's not finished in touch because you clicked on the video and I'm in my car. I'm actually heading to Kansas City. The United Soccer Coaches Convention is up there this year. First time in 10 years it's been there, and we're going to go check it out. Have some great interactions with coaches from all across the United States, take a look around the convention, and maybe a sneak peek of the sights and sounds of Kansas City. I'm in my car. I'm just north of Lake Charles, Louisiana. I'm heading there now. I'll let you know when I get there. And I'll also let you know whether it's in Kansas or Missouri, because I'm still not incredibly sure. We hope you enjoy the video, and Finish in Touch is back next week. Still live in Kansas City. Still live here in Kansas City.
So, as you know, we're in the American market, so most of what we do is trying to make that transition out of the American the way they do it. Like if they have practice once a week or twice a week, we're trying to show them that, hey, that's okay, but in this settings, it's got to be a priority if you want to get it done itself. It's got to be 5 days a week, or you know what I mean. And when you're not on the field learning, you're off the field learning. You're watching videos and gaining new knowledge or new background. So in that sense, like the BVB way for the kids here, like the process is more like, can you sustain, can you maintain over these next 4 months or this next 12 months? Like how is that process for you, you know what I mean, going to do it every day, day to day, and not lose enthusiasm, right? Can you stop training from twice, can you move from twice a day to 4 times a week? You know what I mean? Is that normal to you? So we're trying to build new norms, basically, because the norm here is different from other countries, like in Jamaica or in Ghana or in Germany. Like we practice 5 days a week, game on the weekend, we take a day off, recover, and we do it again. So how is the process? How can you handle that process here? How can you make that transition? So it varies too. It varies to the age groups. It varies to you also have to know your population or your kids, the people that surround you, and it's more of how can I influence them on and off the field to use this talent and nurture this talent to get to that next level. How can I make this a priority? Because you know in America there's many different sports and they're just drawn thin, so they could be the best at basketball, the best at soccer, the best at track, but they don't spend enough time to specialize. So with specialization becomes you master something, you get better at it. So I think that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to change the mindset. Like if you're gonna go play soccer, you want to play soccer, you're passionate about it, you got to specialize in it. You got to beat your craft every day. It's like going to work, doing the same thing, you get better at it, right? It's all about repetition. So.
Yes, and then just second, Coach Andre, once again, I think we all know that in the soccer world, you talk about 3% of soccer players becoming professional soccer players, and maybe college players, I will say, and then maybe 1% become professional soccer players. So what Borussia Dortmund is looking for players, what we call players characteristic, is you gotta have the creativity. You gotta be able to, have that it factor. Being able to be brave, have the audacity to play the game pretty much. Those are things because everybody can pick up and play football, pick the ball up and go. But for you to make it with the elite, you have that little sauce, a little specialty that you have in the bag. And that's what come with the bravery, the audacity, the authenticity, just the flavor, we will say. So that's what BVB will look for a player in able to get to the next level, because as you all know, there's so many players around the world that want to get to that elite level. So to be part of that, you have to have a little bit of, you can't be, you got to stand out, definitely. Yes.
The junior level, it is not talked about as much as the academy level. Obviously, we look at the academies and he came from this academy, he came from this academy. You talked about Georgie. Can we get kind of an example of what the day to day is like for a Chicago Fire junior?
I mean, training 3 or 4 days a week, competing in the Midwest Conference, State Cup, President's Cup, going to regional events. As the high school director, it's my job to get these kids into college. Like, everyone thinks academy, you got to play academy, go college, which is obviously true. But at our level, we're sending kids to college every year on the female and male side, to where there's a difference in level, of course. But I mean, day to day, you're still going to the field, getting high level training, going to high level events. And we have teams at different ages and different levels, from premier, select, and we try to take care of all our teams, I think, to sending them to out-of-state tournaments, putting them in the right environment, to where if you want to play in college, we can get you there.
We're here with Stuart Jacob.
Yeah, sure, Jacob. Yeah, from Crystal
with
Palace.
Crystal Palace,
Yeah,
right?
Crystal Palace and Palace for Life Foundation.
Okay, and you have this really cool kind of initiative getting kids to England. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, no problem. So we've linked up with the city of Roehampton. It's a university. It's in the heart of London, and we're looking to get US students over to play for 3 years soccer underneath the foundation banner, and also be able to get a 3-year bachelor's degree.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how long have you been in this program?
So I started the program back in London. So I've immigrated over now to the US. So we started the program 3 years ago, and we started it the year of the pandemic, unfortunately.
Right.
So we had great recruitment for the first year. We got 12 players in, and then unfortunately when the pandemic hit, it was difficult for us to recruit. But we retained our players, and now we're coming out of the pandemic, and now we're sort of seeing a growth of players that are interested in this program.
Right.
So it was great. We also compete in the National Youth League under 23s, which is brilliant. And yeah, sorry, I'm a bit. So it's going really well. 3 years in the program. This is our 4th season coming in now. So it's been going for quite a while, and and the program's growing really well.
So have you seen the development of kids, not only on the field, but definitely as people and as
No, yeah. So as you say, the college is great. We're big on social. So what we do with our program, we also run the development of the Bucks football in England. So the Bucks football is a part with all the universities in England play in a league. So in Roehampton, Crystal Palace oversee the development of that. So and we call it more of a social thing for them. So we always keep the Wednesday sessions free, where they can go and compete in the football side of things socially within the university. And our coaches at Palace run those sessions and coach those things. So it's great for them to go and socialise, make new friends, experience London life as well, travel around the country in the Bucks League as well. It's brilliant, and it's a great way to develop. And London is such a diverse city, and the Roehampton University is right in the heart of London. So it's great.
So you get a little bit of everything.
Everything you can think of.
Our show is to give advice to 13 to 17-year-olds who want to be the best version of themselves, who want to play on that next level.
First and foremost, and I know this is cliche to say, but always remember to have fun. I think now you see a lot of younger players wanting to go pro right away, but enjoying the process, I think is big. Enjoy it while you can. Go and play in college for a little bit if you want, but then go to the pro stage. Enjoy every level. But as long as you're having fun, you're gonna love this game, and you won't get burnt out, and you won't overtrain. But another piece of advice is being coachable and being a versatile player. My career in itself just shows you being open to trying new things, elevated my career. I was a number 9. I always was like a forward. That's all I wanted to be. And the opportunity presented itself to try a new position, become a defender. I was scared. I didn't want to, but it was the best thing that ever happened to me. And I see a lot of the youth, they don't really want to switch positions. They don't want to try something new, but coaches are looking for someone who can play multiple positions. They're trying to make that modern day outside back. So that's the most sought after position. Just an FYI, because I'm an agent now too. So coaches and agents, that's what they're looking for. If you're doing the social media piece, because of what's going on with COVID and everything, they're doing a lot of recruiting through that. So making sure that you have clean social media, you're posting highlights of yourself, I think is really important. But those are the biggest pieces of advice. And be proactive, right? Especially as a female. That's one of the things I can say. When I wanted to play in college, I didn't really have anybody to help me with the process, so I was very proactive. I said, hey, this is who I am. These are my strong suits. These are the tournaments I'm going to play in. I would love to play for your college someday. Come watch me and check me out. But I think those are the biggest pieces of advice.
General advice to 13 to 17-year-old players. That's our audience. That's who we try to get people to talk about their experiences on that level. What is some general advice for a 13 to 7-year-old trying to be the best versions of themselves and to play on the next level?
Sure. Just make sure you're having fun. Like, if the fun, and that can go in really like sneaky ways to try to take away just enjoying the game. And a lot of people put pressure on that age group to get to where they need to go, get to where they need to be. And if they're not there, and if it doesn't look like this, then that means they're not this. And that's the farthest thing from the truth. I'd say if you can being the best version of yourself is doing what you need to do for yourself, and that means a large part enjoying what you do. And if you enjoy it and you can keep the love for it and know that no matter where you end up, as long as you not even worked your hardest, but if you had fun and kept yourself and didn't compromise yourself, like, you can end up in a backwoods garage playing against the wall. And if you're still having fun, then that's all that matters. So it doesn't necessarily matter where you end up. It just matters, like, are you yourself and are you having fun with it? So that's kind of, and then that's all. Just have fun. Just have fun. It's a game, and there's a lot of people there's a lot of things that can put pressure on it. Just have fun.
How do you guys have Kansas City having a women's team now?
We were just passing the women's league
tent
exhibition space, and we were just talking about, we get to go see elite women's league level players, and it's just phenomenal that she can see people like her succeeding in reaching those goals.
Right.
She didn't before.
Being connected with a bunch of coaches and kind of learning from each other. What's the biggest thing you've learned about coaching from other coaches?
I always, when I'm in a club setting, whether I'm coaching or not, I'm always looking at other coaches' practice sessions to see what I can pick up. Sometimes learning about demeanor, how to be a coach on the sideline. I've learned to yell a whole lot less and be
Right.
a lot more instructive. I learn about just new drills to do every day, just to keep it from being monotonous and doing the same thing over and over again. I watched some of the sessions, and I've just picked up a few little notes here and there. Say I'm going to incorporate this. So I pick up something from just about any session I try to go to.
Hi, thank you so much for watching our video. Away Day is sponsored by Dagan Media, and it is brought to you by the good folks here at the State Soccer Network. I myself, Riley James, not only did the hosting, but did the editing. And that's not even a humble brag. That's just how credits work. We had a wonderful time in Kansas City. I bought a shirt. You probably saw it on social media. I wear it in a upcoming episode of Finishing Touch. You'll just have to figure out which one coming up. You'll have to watch them. What a concept. They come out every Friday. We'll be back next Friday with the next episode of Finishing Touch. Episode 20. Very special guest, won't give it away yet. But thank you so much for watching our video. We really do appreciate it. And I guess I'll see you next Friday.